Hello and welcome back to my channel. Back with another amazing video. Today I am going to tell you about podcasting. What is it and how can you start the podcasting and throw it? Basically, there are things that you should do before you start the podcasting. I will tell you about all of them one by them, so watch the video till end so you can learn. 1. Choose a call on your podcast. First of all, though, you want to consider the topic. Why have to you are making a podcast approximately this topic? How are you able to offer a specific take if a person else has already included it? There are lots of song observation and genuine crime podcasts out there, and the exceptional ones are generally those that deliver the difficulty count or lay out a clean spin. Your podcast's call have to be that in a nutshell. 2. Pick a layout on your podcast. With that comes the layout. Are your co-hosts permanent, or do you've got a rotating visitor slot each week? Do you cowl the news then do a deep dive into a selected story? A constant layout is vital whilst organizing a podcast because it offers a shape for the listener. You wouldn't observe a TV display if it went from quiz display to frame horror to political observation with inside the area of some weeks, and that's extensively genuine of podcasts too. 3. Buy a microphone. While podcasts have grown to be famous because of their low price setup and smooth distribution, they're now no longer loose. For one, you've got to shop for all of the equipment, which prices as a lot as you decide. You do want the audio to sound good though, otherwise humans simply aren't going to listen. Type of microphone you needed. If you need a cheaper plug and play answer, you may simply stick into your computer the Blue Yeti USB microphone and the Samsung Q2U USB XLR microphone can each be picked up for beneath $100. These USB prepared mics provide hundreds of comfort and are ideal for beginning out, however lack the customizable developments you get whilst the usage of an XLR cable and audio interface. Depending to your setup, you can additionally move for a smaller newsreader fashion lav mic. 4. Buy and set up hardware and software program on your podcast. Don't overlook the little things like a stand on your mic. It's really well worth searching at pop filters too. Those are inexpensive shields which you area in the front of your mic to prevent the one's pesky, popping plosive sounds whilst you speak. A first-rate pair of headphones wouldn't harm either, as you'll want them to pay attention what your co-hosts are saying or to display your personal audio as you record. Don't fear an excessive amount of approximately the software program on the moment. You can test with expert audio software program later on, however Audacity is the manner to move for starters. It's loose, particularly user-friendly, and gives all of the recording and enhancing equipment you want to get your podcast off the ground. 5. Record your podcast. Well, in spite of everything that the recording's quite smooth. Naturally, it relies on whether or not you're in man or woman or online. However, in case you are recording remotely, you'll want to apply Zoom, Skype, or a comparable platform to speak to every other. Once you've set your mics up, pop the recording channel over to mono and might pay attention one another. Assuming you're now no longer solo, hit record. Before you begin chatting properly, you want to sync your recordings. Most humans try this through clapping at the depend of 3, making the edit activity manner extra manageable. And that's it. Ideally, you'll have a script or define masking all of the factors you planned. Once you're done, give up the recording and keep the unique recordings for security, simply in case something is going wrong. 6. Edit your podcast. Yes. If you're recording with a co-host, import all of the audio documents into one project, set them as separate tracks and begin chopping. Edit inside your software program as necessary. Delete your clapping intro and trim any bits you felt ruined the flow. It must be ideal because it's a communication or monologue, however it manifestly wishes to be coherent. Then simply export it as an audio file, which include MP3, and set the bitrate to 96 kilobits per second. Your podcast episodes with inside the bag. Sort of. If you're looking for a subject matter track on your podcast, don't waste time rifling through poor excellent inventory song. Dive into our massive royalty loose catalog under and select out the music that fits your podcast right all the way down to the bones. 7. Publish your podcast. You don't post a podcast immediately to streaming platforms. You want to discover a website hosting platform like Acast, Podbean, or Spreaker to call some. This is the area in which your podcast documents actually live, and whilst maximum of them provide primary loose options, the great things is generally at the back of a paywall. For example, whilst you study Podbean, the loose model handiest offers you 5 hours really well worth of storage, proscribing you a bit. Once you add your podcast episode to those platforms, you may begin including such things as artwork, which you may create in packages like Canva or get an expert to do it for you. Categories, display notes and extra. The display notes are vital as they assist with searchability. We'll get to that during multiple minutes though. Hope you liked this video. If yes, then give the thumbs up reactions to the video. And subscribe the channel if you have not yet, and press the bell icon for the future updates. Thank you.